You coming from the high. Does this mean that you're still very much in the exploring South Africa, or is it more of what we spoke about in that it's just tapping back into the things that we sometimes forget?
I think, I mean, it's been just like a journey to be in South Africa. Just because it's like it's been kind of like coming into me in such a crazy way. Like I won a competition in Italy, and this gave me the opportunity to come and study here, like in BHUCT for like a month at the campus, and then I actually fall in love and completely of this place and of the people, of the vibe, of the nature. And so I think I'm continuously exploring South Africa. I think I still didn't see everything. And it's been now from 2014 that I'm here. So it's been quite a bit, but I'm still like a new pup, I will say, because it's like, I mean, it's a young nation too. So I guess I feel like it has a lot of stuff still to discover, still growing, and to make some kind of like changes, and kind of build this good community that we have, but just make it bigger, make it more like known to the other part of the world, I think. Yeah,
I think you make a good point when you say it's a young nation, because I think even ourselves, we're still very much trying to learn this place, trying to grow, trying to find our way. And I can imagine for you, it's, we are all in this together.
Yeah, totally. And I can say that I feel like then I am a quarter South African, because I came here when I was 20. So like, I think I spent a lot of years now, and then I feel that I really want to grow here and just like, make the best of this path that I started here. So I'm really excited.
That's great. And do you find similarities though with Italy? I don't know, maybe from the culture, people, the big.
I don't know if I found similarity. I don't know. It's so completely a different culture, but sometimes I feel that what we have in South Italy, it's kind of like people are always smiling in the street, and they're really like friendly, and for sure that's a big kind of like point in common. And then the fact that we love culture, we love dance, we love to dance, we love to sing. So there is a big kind of like love in that. So I found similarity in that. But it's completely, Europe is completely different from Africa, totally. And the fact that there is so many religions here, and then so many colors that can like live all together and be in this beautiful rainbow nation, which is like, it's a great name because it is like that. It's beautiful. I feel like I felt a little bit stuck in Italy, and even if it's a great place to live, but I am always searching for something that push me more to grow and to feel that I can help in some ways and help myself too, because I feel when there is only such like so little stuff to kind of be comfortable in, I feel like that it's kind of boring in a way, like I don't find the challenge, and I find that here there is a challenge for me. And
I was actually hoping that you would say that the food is as good as the Italian.
No, sorry, I will not say that. No, that's something that, I think no one can beat that. Unfortunately, it's something that we have that it's really special. Yeah. It's really special. The food in Italy, it's really special. Yeah.
Italian food is another level.
It's another level. The point is, it's in the culture. Everybody cooks, and there is this beautiful like connection about like making something for someone, and for us, it's just part of the culture to make some love in what we make, and we do that with the food. It's really an act of love for Italian people, and I still do it here continuously with my friends and with my people. Yeah.
We just have the one guy standing at the braai, making the braai for everyone.
Yeah, you guys have the braai. Yeah. Which is like I don't eat meat, so like.
Oh.
Yes, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Just to touch a bit while we're still on Italy, you grew up in the south of Italy, and if I'm correct, you grew up in the town of Bari, right?
Yes, inside Italy. It's in Puglia, and the region it's called Puglia, and my hometown it's called Bari. Yes.
Bari. I just know the team. I just know the football team. That's all I know about the town.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's amazing that you know the football team. I don't even know which series is now. B, C, D, F, G. Minus C. I don't know. I'm not really really sharp in football, so I don't know.
I think we're in Serie B right now.
Oh really? Oh, here we are. Okay, thank you.
Doing well.
Okay, so they're doing well.
Doing well, but maybe just take me a bit back there, because also you went on to study music even before you went to UCT. I know you went to Bologna as well and studied music. So just take me back to Bari and where this music comes from in the context of the town.
Yeah, so I grew up in a kind of musical family. From my mother's side, all my uncles were like kind of like, play some instrument, and my mother was singing when she was young, but really not really professionally. So I think I had the love of that kind of music and art from that part of the family. And my dad was a painter, and so I always been like really like an active child. I always wanted to express myself in that way, and I think, and then from there, I just grew up and then continuously starting to study, and I did some musical kind of like how you say like study musical, and I did some musical in theater, so I was in a company, and then after that, someone came to like watch the show, and kind of like it was like, I don't want to say it was a talent scout, but it was someone that it was just really interested in me, and it was like just telling me like how my voice was so jazz, and I was like, what is that? So jazz? Are you joking? Do I sound old? Of course, that was the perception of jazz at that time when I was like 15, 16. And then I slowly discover Billie Holiday and Carmen McRae and Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan. And then I was like, oh, this is actually quite amazing. And I just dig deep, and I start to love jazz music, and start to listen to everybody, everyone, every album possible, like listen in the night while I was sleeping, like going really like obsessed, I will say. And then after that, I just decided to go into a conservatory, which I started in Bari. So, and then after the 3 years that I studied there, I wanted to move somewhere else, because I felt again like I need to move, I need to change scenario. So I went to study in Bologna, and I finished my study there. And then I started to do show there and performing with different quartet, quintet, and orchestra at big bands. I mean, I did so much stuff there. And there was always like an urge to be something different, just because I couldn't find myself totally figuring myself in the music, like in the lyrics and in what I was living. Of course, in the modern time, I didn't feel like that I fit kind of lyricist, lyricism. I don't know if I'm wrong to say that, but yeah, I just felt like, I love you, you love me, I will wait you for forever. I will be here forever. I'm here, like, and all this lyrics, they're really romantic. And then, so sometimes I was like, do I feel like that? Not all the time. And so I wanted to be as much as possible honest. And then I thought I need to start to write, and I need to start to do my own music and do my own songs. Yeah.
I mean, I'll take you a bit further back a bit. When you started off, was vocals always your instrument of choice? I'm saying this because I'm pretty sure I know you play the piano, and I'm sure you've been exposed to other instruments as well. So was vocal your instrument of choice?
Well, I didn't choose, again, I didn't choose like, okay, now I'm going to be a singer. I think I was just like sing, and then naturally was like really natural for me to sing and express myself. But then I started with a guitar. My dad bought me my first guitar when I was like probably 12. And then I started to study by myself. So I taught myself to play. And then after the guitar, then when I started the conservatory, there was the piano lecture. So I needed to start to play piano too. So that came after. So the piano came after, and I'm interested in different instruments. I even have a trumpet now, so I wanted to explore that too. But I mean, I need another lifetime. But yeah, I'm interested in every instrument because it's always like curiosity that pushed me. And yeah, so whatever is in front of me, I will try to play. But yeah, guitar and piano, will say that's my main instruments. Was vocal.
Yeah, no, please learn the trumpet and play it for us.
I can play just Equinox. I just play that all the time.
Yeah.
No. But we see. You never know.
Yeah, maybe we might get like a trumpet album from you.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
And Francesca, back in this time, the move to Bologna, because I'm in the context of Italy, is Bologna necessarily like a big city for a music student, or was it just the next step coming from a smaller town?
No, totally. It was a big step because Bologna is quite like an active city where there is a lot of jazz, there is a lot of music, and there are like so many students. So it's a big university kind of town. So if you wanna actually grow as a musician, like Bologna and Milano are the most active cities, and you can really find your own way there. So I went there, and I thought, actually there was some connection that like make me the connection with Bologna. One other kind of scholarship, another jazz masterclass around Italy, because I was quite like active doing that in that time. So there was this opportunity to go and play at Cantina Bentivoglio, which is like a big jazz club there. And then I thought, why not? And then I found that there were amazing academic teachers there. They were amazing. So I thought, why not? Let's just move to Bologna and check it out, how we survived there. And in fact, it was an amazing move. I learned so much. When I was there. First of all, you for the first time far from your family, so you are growing, you're by yourself, you're exploring what it means to be on your own, paying your own rent, work. And that was amazing. It was an amazing time. I'm really attached to that city and to the people there still till now. Yeah.
And by the time you mentioned that for you to get to UCT, I think you said there was a competition. By the time you get this opportunity, had you completed your music studies in Bologna yet? Or
no, I was finished there. I was almost finished. It was my last year in Bologna, so I was going back and forward. So when I came here, it was in August, which is like our holidays. We have holidays in Italy from June, July, August, and then university start again in September. So I came here in the break before my last semester, I think, and then I had my thesis after. So my thesis was actually about South African music. So I came here with like no clue of what was gonna happen, because my English was zero, like underneath the zero. Like my English,
you did?
I couldn't. No, at all. Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay, I will find a way to do like interviews and try to understand the culture in like 1 month, trying to understand everything. And then I just went around and, asked around people and musicians about the music here and the Cape Jazz and all the history. So I went through a deep research of all South African music, but of course, most specifically jazz music. So my thesis was about Cape Jazz. So I spoke about Miriam Makeba, I spoke about Winston Mankunku, then all the free jazz movement, when there was the free jazz movement from here going to Europe. So there was a lot of material there, and then they were really, 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 really excited to have someone speaking about South Africa, which is like really far from everything. So no one really, no jazz musician really from Italy came really here and like be so deep in the culture. And so I think a part of it, like me, I think I can say that I am one of the few, actually, if not maybe the only one that is here. So I feel that it's really special in a way. Yeah.
You must have really liked us.
Yes, I love you guys. What you did?
Wow, because I'm impressed that one, you jumped, but also you mentioned that you're quite curious. Okay, imagine for you it wasn't too big a decision when you got the opportunity. You were like, let's go.
Yeah. I think in life you just need to take a train, like when the train passes, then we say that in Italy, if the train passes, then you don't take it back. Yeah. Why not? I think you see when something is calling you and you feel it in your gut. You know it. It's like, you just know it. And then I thought, why not? And plus, like I always been attracted by black music, and so everything that I listened from when I was little was always like some roots from Africa. So I feel quite connected, and then even if I wasn't here already, when I was little. In fact, I always say to my mom, maybe in another life I was born in Africa, because I just feel a connection here. Yeah. But I guess everybody born in Africa, and then everything starts here. So, yeah.
Yeah, and imagine if you let this train pass you almost 10 years ago, you would have a completely different life now. You'd be somewhere else, completely different.
Oh, totally. I will probably be in America, going to Berkeley, because then I didn't choose to go to Berkeley, but I chose to come to South Africa. Because it was that I was in a school where I did like a Berkeley competition, and even that I won this and this competition, and then I had the opportunity to go, but then I choose actually to come here instead. I wasn't really attracted by America so much, actually. Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah, I think it is. And I don't regret it at all. Yeah. So probably I will be in England now if I didn't come here, because that is another place where I go often. And I feel really a great connection even there, just because there is so much jazz and neo soul, and then there is a lot of great music. It's a lot of great musicians.
Yeah, it's a lot of culture going around there. A lot of culture.
And it's a vibe even there. So if I wasn't here, I will be for sure there, but not in Italy.
But just in because now the way you put in it, I assume you came for the month. You had your time here. You did your thesis. You built your thesis. You went back. You had to finish your semester. Then decided to come back. But in that 1 month, how was the experience? How was UCT? Because I know from a jazz perspective, one of the guests I was speaking to here was a former student of UCT, and we were just speaking of how the whole of Cape Town vibrates jazz because of the university. You know, the university has a very big jazz presence. So how was your experience there?
Okay, so let's start it with, like, I don't really believe in academic studying. Let's start that. Yeah, let's start to destroy everything. No, absolutely not. I mean, I think that for being a great artist, and yeah, you don't need to do the academic path, because I think sometimes what academic does, it's like put you in a box or put you in kind of like a program where everybody needs to follow, and I don't think it's really good. Just because everybody is so different and so unique. So I don't like that. I needed to do because I needed to do some kind of studying, you know, like, and say to my family, I have a paper, but I don't know. I didn't find so excited that part of the trip. Most excited for me was going to the club, going to the venues, and checking out the musician play. I think where you learn jazz, it's not in a conservatory or in an academic. You learn it in the street. You learn it from people. You learn it from listening music, and that is the school for me. Call me old school, but I still think that you learn it like that, and you learn it doing a lot of concerts. You learn it with the people when you're there, when you have a concert with the interaction, and that's just the magic. But it was a cool experience. I mean, again, it wasn't bad. I think it's quite a cool college because. The difference between Italy and South Africa, it's cool because everybody has a little room where you can practice, and I found it really cute. Everybody has a piano, so it was quite kind of like American kind of way, you know, like a college, which is really different from Italy. But I found it cool. I found it okay. I mean, I wasn't really studying, so I just checked out the vibe. It was a vibe. I mean, it is cool, but the point is you want still the community and you want still this outside, because that is what it counts. So sometimes you feel really protected by this kind of like, you know, cocoon, but then outside it's the world, which is like, it's another way to deal, you know, but it was cool. I mean, it was hilarious because I mean I couldn't speak English, and I just follow music, and I just now you need to sing. Okay, I know how to do that. So
the girl was just smiling at everyone.
Everybody was smiling at me. Like everybody was like trying to ask me questions and trying to like dig. And trying to know me, but I was so like reserved at that time. But it was fun. It was a fun time. That
is actually, you just got me thinking of what is a purist perspective, because you basically said, I get the academics, but the academics are gonna, and you're right, they're gonna build you into becoming this artist, or this artist who has this type of traits. And you're saying that no, the best way to learn is to be out there, learn, feed from the people actually playing, feed from the audience and so forth. And in my head, I'm like, isn't that the purest the purest approach? I think, because often we say the academic way is the purest approach, but I think you might be onto something else.
Totally. And I feel, what is the joy? The joy is that, the excitement, the joy, it's all there. I mean, it's important to study, but I feel that maybe, I'm interested in some stuff that maybe the other person is not. And why the other person needs to go through that torture to learn the stuff that I like, I just feel that it will be an amazing place if like everybody gets to express themselves for really what they are, the unicity, I think that is really important for me, and I wish actually I started younger with this kind of like conception and with this kind of mind, which is like not following where the academic stuff or whatever the other people are doing, but just like be myself, because I think that's the most important stuff in life, because at the end of the day you are with yourself and you need to just be like deal with you and deal with and what is me, who is me, what I need to do, what is my legacy, and
I think it gets you thinking. I think let's speak a bit about the music. Firstly, before we speak about the music, right? You had the album Ikihai a few years back. I'm in love with the album cover. I wanted to tell you, that is a beautiful album cover. What was the thinking there? Who helped you with that? That is beautiful.
Ikigai actually it's a Japanese it's a Japanese word that has so many meanings, and for me I've always been curious about cultures, as you can understand a little bit from me, and I just was so interested about this word, which means so many stuff. It's the purpose in life, what drives you, what makes you express you, what makes you survive. It all means ikigai. So find the purpose in life, and for me the purpose in life, it's music, and I wanted to like dedicate that to music, I guess. So ikigai is for the music, and the cover art, it's by like a local artist called Nina Marie. And we just worked together through the process of like having me as like an illustrator. I've always been interested in like illustrating, and I paint too. So I love illustrating. I love mangas, and I love all that. So why not becoming a little manga? And and that's it. And I look like probably like a witch, probably a little bit just a little bit like a witch with powers.
Never that. It looks incredible. And the album wasn't particularly a jazz album. Was there thinking in that time? Because it's a completely different time to the space you're in right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult for me to put my music in, again, with trying to describe or put it in a box. It just comes as it comes in my life, like what I'm going through and my experience. And I guess it's like I started to write on a point of where I found it more easy to get through the point, like harmonically was a little bit easier, but like not traditional jazz. But I still think that harmonically I'm still a little bit complex for, call it pop or call it soul or call it, whatever, indie. It's still like a mix of jazz. Jazz is in the core always, I think, just because it's in me. And I mean, the melody for sure. But probably not in the arrangement anymore, just because I'm into so much different music. I love hip hop, I love soul, I love, again, R&B. I love like word music. So there is a little bit of everything, I guess, which is like, it came really, again, natural. There wasn't like, thinking, okay, now I'm gonna make an album that's it's gonna sound like that. It's just like, yeah.
And also, I mean, albums you build over a period of time. There isn't necessarily a time where you sit down and you say, okay, I'm gonna put together 10 or this.
No, exactly. It's just like a process, and then it's like an album of photos, and then you say, okay, this album is finished. Let's close it down, and that's gonna be there. Yeah. And then you can always go and check it out and see it again and watch it again, I guess. But yeah, I think my music is just moving forward and change all the time, just because it changes as the time. But I think, yeah, again, there is always like the jazz is there in some way. Even in this last album that is coming out, hopefully in 2025, there's going to be some jazz. There is some improvisation there. There is some approach with improvisation, and there is some harmony that is not really kind of standard, if we want to call it like that. But yeah, I guess there is a little bit of everything. But for sure, the jazz heart is still there.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I know you also had a show this side, if I remember correctly, in Joburg.
Yes.
Is this in build up to, because you also have a single that came out. You mentioned Project 2025. Is there something else that's coming out before that, or are you building up towards the album?
So there will be possibly another single coming out, or another 2 singles coming out before the album. But yeah, this time it's funny because for the first time I'm writing half Italian and half in English, so it's gonna be some kind of like little treasure there in the middle, something different, and there's gonna be more kind of vocal, I will say, like more putting the voice as the first element. I thought more songwriting in that way, because I think my main kind of focus now, it's just like really songwriting and just like give the message, and I think for me that is really important, more than the vibe and the music. Yes, the music is of course there and it's really important, but what is the message? It must be there, must be strong. So yeah, I'm trying to focus more on that. So yeah, but I'm so excited. I'm really excited. It's just so organic and so honest, and I think people will get more into me, and they will probably finally see me because this is the truest one. So yeah.
Yeah, I think also it goes back to what you mentioned earlier on when you say you were once exposed to a space where you felt like all of the things we sing about, all of these lyrics, they just talk about the same thing. It's all about the love and the romance and so forth. And now you're in a space saying, I want to fully express myself, and even better, you're doing it in 2 different languages.
Yeah, totally, yeah. And I feel that there is so much topics to talk about it really nowadays. It's like we live in a crazy world. I mean, it's always been crazy. It depends on which side you see it, But yeah, let's say that we're living in a crazy world. We had a lockdown, we had COVID. I mean, that was already something that who will never like imagine, that we live in such a state. And now with the world condition, global warming, wars, whatever. Can we put more shit? Can I say shit? Yeah. Can we put more shit in the pot? I mean, it's just like so much. There is so much topics.
Yeah.
So much topic, interesting to talk and just like put the put a message there for people to think. I think for me, music has always been something to go when I needed to find an answer, I needed to find comfort, and I needed to find joy and crying, depth. And I think I want the same when people listen to my music. Yeah.
That's great, and also very important. I mean, already Call Them Out touches on important and very sensitive subject matter. So I think it's important that we still, because I mean, if you think about it, art and music from onset has always been a social commentator. It's a social commentary. So when you are making music that not only entertains us or makes us move, but also reminds us of our society and what it should be, what it currently is, I think that's super important.
Yeah, totally. It must be a little bit of everything, like it needs to have a little bit of touching different, salty, sweet, sour, like then be like in the middle, like have a little bit of everything. Or if you want to like see it with colors, needs to have different colors, because you go through so many emotions and so many moods. We never like always the same, so we need this kind of like escaping from music, like we need that. And art in general gives you that feeling of like, this is so much more, that, I mean, this is what we search, or this is what I search between me and the art and music, is like just like some kind of connection, some kind of spirituality, if you want to call it, with something bigger. And I think music does that. Yeah,
that's great. We appreciate it, Francesca. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I think your work is important, and I think you should just carry on, continue loving South Africa as much as you do, and continue exploring, continue going to hikes and stuff.
I will. Thank you, Areh. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Francesca.
Thank you, guys.